I want to point something out. And this is more of a PSA than like an informational video, but I've been talking to so many people in the DMs the past couple weeks, and about 90% of them have just given me bullshit excuses as to why they either haven't been in the gym consistently or why they're not hitting their goals. And it's honestly probably more than 90%. But they right off the bat, they come to me with a bottleneck that isn't actually a bottleneck. And I'm not necessarily faulting them for it, because if you don't understand why it's bullshit, then you can't know it's bullshit. So I want to go through some of these, and the only reason I know that they're stupid and they're bottlenecks is because I made the same excuses in the beginning. Like right when I was first starting, I made the same excuses. But I have seen all of these multiple times except for a few. And my purpose of this is that if you have the same thoughts in your head, the same mental framework on some of these, I need you to look yourself in the mirror and understand that they are not true. They're coping mechanisms for your mind. They're coping mechanisms to make your mind more comfortable, so that you don't have to, like, nothing happens if you don't hit your goals. Nothing happens if you don't go to the gym. There's no consequences. All they are simply coping mechanisms. And every single one of these are bullshit. So I want to go through them. And my number one thing is I need you to ask yourself, first of all, if you relate to any of these, or if you relate to something similar. And if you relate to something similar, how can you change that framework and make that light switch go off in your head that it's like, oh, okay, like, this is bullshit. I can work around this. That is my main goal of this video. So let me go through some of these real quick. Life got busy. I work too much. My metabolism is too fast. My metabolism is too slow. I have horrible genetics, so it seems like no matter what I do, I can't get in shape. I've been in a calorie deficit, but losing fat doesn't work for me. My family never went, so I don't. I've gotten all of these. And I'm sure I've gotten some more, but I just pulled some of the most recent DMs. But, like, let's just go through these again. Life got busy. What does that even mean? Like, is life going to be this busy all the time, so you're never going to be able to go to the gym ever? Did life get so busy that, you can't go 3 times a week for 45 minutes? Like, what does that mean? I work too much. Same thing. Are you working so much that you can't go to the gym 3 times a week for 45 minutes? Are you always going to be working this much, so you're never going to be able to go to the gym? Like, what does I work too much mean? Like, break it down for me. If you, like, I work 80 hours a week, so I can't go 5 days a week like I want to. Okay, let's set it up so you go 3 days a week. Maybe you have one weekend day off, so we can go that weekend day, and then we'll find 2 days throughout the other 6 days for you to go. But these aren't excuses. Like, my metabolism is too fast. Okay, I was 155 pounds. I got up to 220 lean, like, within 3 years. Like, my metabolism was crazy fast. I was a tall, lengthy, skinny kid. I shit and pissed everything out, and it was constantly moving throughout my body. You got to overcompensate for that and be in a little bit higher of a surplus once you realize that. And you're going to gain muscle. My metabolism was too slow. False. Anyone can lose fat if they're in a calorie deficit. Anyone. Some people have slower metabolism than others, specifically people that are a little bit older, but you can still lose fat if you're in a calorie deficit. I have horrible genetics, so it seems like no matter what I do, I can't get in shape. Do you think that you're the first person that's had bad genetics to get in shape? There are a ridiculous amount of people that have had bad genetics that have still gotten in shape. Like, you are not the first one. You are not an anomaly. Stop acting like an anomaly. Okay, go get in shape anyway. Like, go get in shape regardless. It doesn't matter. Horrible genetics, that's just another excuse as to why, you don't want to go. It's okay if you don't hit your goals. All right? That's not a real excuse. I've been in a calorie deficit, but losing fat doesn't work for me. This one, I don't want to say it pissed me off, but, like, it's just, again, you just don't understand. Like, it's literally science. If you are in a calorie deficit, you will lose fat. If you are eating less than you are burning per day, you will lose fat. It is inevitable. So it's either you weren't in a calorie deficit, or that's the only thing. You were not actually in a calorie deficit. You weren't tracking correctly. You messed up on your tracking, whatever it may be. You weren't in a calorie deficit. My family never went, so I don't. I'm not even going to elaborate on this one. Like, if this is you, you got to reevaluate. I'm not even going to elaborate on that. And then the same thing happens with goal setting too. Like, I'm going to go through some of them when I ask them about their goals. I want to gain muscle. I want to lose fat. I want to gain muscle and lose fat. I don't really have goals. I want to look like I go to the gym. And I'm just like, I don't know what that means. Like, I want to gain muscle. How much muscle in what time frame? I want to lose fat. How much fat in what time frame? I want to gain muscle and lose fat. How much muscle do you want to gain? How much fat do you want to lose? In what time frame? I don't really have goals. Okay, so you're just going to go. You're going and you're wasting time. I want to look like I go to the gym. I don't even know what that means. Like, that does not help me at all. So like these, again, it's all about being specific and detailed. With the goals, it's about being specific and detailed. With the excuses, it's just like, okay, I have a fast metabolism, and what? And so what? Like Alex Hormozi says that. It's like, I have this thing that holds me back, and so what? Go do it anyway. Like, my metabolism is too slow. Okay, so what? Like, is your metabolism being slow? And yes, you may have a slow metabolism, but is that the reason that you're not going to hit your goals? Are you going to try and prove yourself right and stay in the body that you're in rather than going and trying to hit your goals? Get out of that mental framework. It does nothing for you. You can either try and prove yourself right, or you can go hit your goals. You have one or the other. But if you try and prove yourself right, you're going to stay looking like shit. I have horrible genetics, so it seems like no matter what I do, I can't get in shape. Again, just bullshit. Like, I already want why these are bullshit, but I want you to look and see if you're using any of these. And if you are, then reevaluate. Say, listen, like, this is not true. This is what my mind is trying to feed me to show me that it's okay to stay comfortable in the body that I'm in. But you're not comfortable in the body that you're in if you're watching this video, if you follow the content, if you're trying to get in the gym. Like, you're constantly trying to get better. That's the whole point. So when your mind feeds you this information, recognize it. Now you can consciously recognize it because you know they're bullshit. You can move past it and say, okay, so what? I'm going to go do it anyway. That's the framework. If your metabolism is fast, okay, so what? I'll eat in a bigger surplus. If my metabolism is too slow, it's okay, because if I'm a calorie deficit, if I am burning more than I'm eating per day, I'm going to lose fat. If I have horrible genetics, okay, so what? I'll make do with what I have. I've been in a calorie deficit, but losing fat doesn't work for me. Okay, I actually haven't been in a calorie deficit, because if I was, then I'd be losing fat. My family never went, so I don't. Okay, I'm going to be the first person in my family that gets jacked. There you go. There's the answer to every single one of the excuses. So go take action on it. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and go get it. That's all it comes down to. That's all I got. See ya.